The X Zone Radio Show with Rob McConnell is largely an opinion talk show. All opinions, comments, or statements of fact expressed by Rob McConnell's guests are strictly their own and are not to be construed as those of the X Zone Radio Show or endorsed in any manner by Rob McConnell, Relmar McConnell Media Company, the X Zone Broadcast Network, its affiliated networks, stations, employees, or advertisers.
All Hit Radio.
Welcome to the X Zone, a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality. Now, here's your host, Rob McConnell.
And welcome back, everyone. This is the X Zone on the Talkstar Radio Network, X Zone Broadcast Network, UK High Definition Radio, Euro High Definition Radio, Star Cable, and Ustream. 1-800-610-7035. My email address is xzone@xzoneradiotv.com. On MSN Messenger, xzoneradiotv@hotmail.com, and our website, www.xzoneradiotv.com. Exonation, my guest this hour is Cher Chevalier. She was born in West County in England. She endured 2 near-death experiences in childhood, after which her psychic experiences began. By the age of 19, Cher had been spotted by a highly gifted medium, Ben Charman, and was encouraged to join his high circle for training. The more serious training to harness deeper spiritual potencies for healing, remote viewing, and journeying into the and functioning simultaneously in hidden realms were to begin in her late 20s. The ability to journey into other realms enabled her to establish close relationships with various minds from both our world and from beyond. Some of them who have become guides, Florinal, who work with her as angelic helpers from the spirit world. She's been working as a spiritual healer, advisor, and medium for more than 18 years and has appeared on many radio and TV shows. She runs a very busy private practice, assists and counsels people from all walks of life, including celebrities. Cher has been previously a model, an actress in film and theater. Joining me now from the United Kingdom is Cher Chevalier. And Cher, welcome to the X Zone.
Hello, Rob. It's wonderful to be talking to you, and thank you for having me on the show.
It's our great pleasure. Cher, when did you first realize that after your near-to-death experiences, what type of psychic experiences were you having that brought you to the place where you are now as a very busy psychic, medium, and counselor of spiritual affairs?
Well, at age 4, Rob, I was technically killed in a road accident. Mm-hmm. Very, very serious accident. I was run over by a motorbike. Mm-hmm. And that's when I had my very first out-of-body experience. Literally on impact, I was catapulted out of my body. And from what I can only describe as above the scene, I literally watched everything as it unfolded, which was very, very graphic and quite harrowing. And I was hospitalized for quite some time. And when I was finally allowed to go home shortly before my 5th birthday, I had a Zimmer frame. I had to learn to walk again. It was a very serious accident. But between the ages of 4 and 9, I began increasingly to feel that I was being watched by an intelligence or intelligences of some sort. But I couldn't see. I could only feel this presence. That's the only way I can describe it. And then by age 9, I had a second near-death experience in another accident where I was hit by a car. And that was it. That completely opened up my faculties and my psychic sensibilities sharpened greatly.
Cher, stand by. You and I have to take a commercial break. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Exonation with Cher Chevalier. Her web address is, do you have your pencils and paper ready? www.spiritualadvisor.co.uk. We'll be back on the other side of this break as we continue from our studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Don't go away. Did you know that when you're on the road with limited data or Wi-Fi, you can still listen to the X-Zone Radio Show with Rob McConnell, The Science of Magic with Gwilda Wiyaka, X-1, Dimension X, Space Patrol, and every minute of the X-Zone Broadcast Network by calling 213-401-0080, courtesy of Audio Now. No smartphone, app, or internet needed. It saves your data plan, and it's free if you have unlimited minutes. Call 213-401-0080 to listen on any phone, anytime, anywhere. Remember 213-401-0080 for the best of the paranormal, parapsychology, and sci-fi radio programming anywhere, 24/7, 365. Hi everyone, Rob McConnell here, and I wanted to spend a moment on internet streaming. Everybody has heard about internet streaming, but not many know much about it. Did you know the internet streams just about everything?
Movies.
From new releases to old classics.
TV shows.
Almost every show, every episode, and much more. But the question has always been, how do you do it? Well now, thanks to the folks at 123 Ready TV, I have the answer for you. They have developed a simple program app, 123 Ready TV, that you install on your Windows PC, Android smartphone, or Android tablet that can have you streaming like a pro in less than 5 minutes. You truly won't believe how much is available or how easy it is to do until you try. And for a one-time cost of only $19.99, this product is a real winner. To learn more about 123 Ready TV, visit our website at www.xzbn.net.
Hello, I'm Justina Marsh, and with my dad Pete, we are going to present a new show called Too Good to Be True. Together, we are aiming to discover more truths about this world and beyond. Do you have unanswered questions about the world? Do you ever wonder about aliens, conspiracy theories, or the universe? There are many shows discussing subjects such as pyramids or UFOs, but we want to relay this information based on our own research, including from spiritual means. Hopefully, listeners will be helped with their own beliefs and will appreciate the psychic insights that add to the previous research and information. We both look forward to sharing this insight and beginning this journey with our listeners. Visit xzbn.net for more information about when to listen.
Exonation, Cher Chevalier is our special guest. Her website is www.spiritualadvisor.co.uk. 2 near-death experiences. My heavens. It catapulted you not only into the experiences, but it certainly catapulted you into the new life that you have as a spiritual advisor. Can you tell me about the 4 guides that you presently work with and who help you with the angelic realm?
Yes, Rob. They came to me at different points in my development. Mm-hmm. The first guide became known to me probably around the age of around 19. And I've come to establish very, very close relationships with them. I have more than 4 helpers, but it's 4 main ones that assist me in the work that I do.
What exactly is the work that you do?
It is it's a combination of mediumship and psychic abilities. For example, the things I do on television and things like that. But there is also another side to my work, which is now predominantly taking over, which is the spiritual side, not so much the psychic side, which involves certain holy rituals to assist people on all different levels of their development.
How many different stages of development does a person actually go through, and how can you assist them?
It depends on the individual. I believe personally that everybody's path is unique, but people can go through everything from the initial awakening stages of getting psychic flashes or intuitions or visions, And then if they're led down the mystic path, that's a very serious and intense, obviously lifelong process. But for most people, it's just the spiritual and mediumistic and psychic side, in which case people can sit in a development circle, and perhaps within a year or so, they can harness certain gifts to be able to channel through messages and work as a vessel. But the healing side of things is something that is quite different, and a particular guide of mine leads me through certain rituals to assist people in spiritual cleansing.
What is a spiritual cleansing?
Depending on how a person views why they are in this dimension, whether it's because they believe that we have a karmic debt from previous incarnations, or whether it's because they believe we're here to evolve to become divine. I personally think that it's a combination of the two. So just as people have physical sicknesses and mental sicknesses, people also have spiritual sicknesses too, which prevent their growth, and also very often cause them a lot of unhappiness and trauma in their life. So I can help with certain rituals to alter patterns, energy patterns and thought patterns on various levels to assist the person in their life and in their spiritual growth.
You know, when you say rituals, people automatically, for some reason, put in their mind these group of ladies around cauldrons chanting. What is it with the connection with people and the word rituals?
I don't know, Rob, but for me personally, I can only speak from my own experience, but it's been a very intense, holy unfoldment for myself, involving many, many years of prayer, asceticism, celibacy, and protracted tests, trials, and even initiations. So the work that I do is very, very holy, and there is a lot of detail in my book, The Hidden Secrets of a Modern Seer, about it. But yes, essentially it has come from many, many years of very intense esoteric prayer. And of course I'm guided through the rituals.
I see. Who guides you? Your guides?
I have certain guides, and I also have a being that assists me, which I name in my book as the Great One. It's a very, very highly evolved being. I'm sure people have read about these kinds of beings in other books too. Very, very, very powerful being. And the results are quite miraculous. People are able to come out of certain very, very heavy, dark patterns, even deep depressions. And sometimes I can pray for people and even help to assist them if they're having trouble conceiving to have a baby. It could be any number of things, but it's a very, very holy practice.
Why do you think in today's society more and more people are turning to what is being looked at New Age spiritualism, and it seems that more and more people are wandering away from the established theologies and the established philosophies?
I think that essentially the framework of the established philosophies and theologies are extremely important still, and always will be. But very often they are taught in an exoteric fashion. And I think the collective karma and pressure in the world right now means that on an individual level, people need not just assistance, but if you like, proof on an esoteric level is something that they have to experience for themselves to experience faith, if you like. It's not enough now to just read something or hear somebody talking about something. People need assistance in direction to have experiences themselves so it becomes real for them.
You know, I look at it as the established theologies and philosophies just have not kept up with the times, the growing needs of the people, whereas New Age spirituality is always keeping up with the times and keeping up with the needs of the people.
I agree. But of course, it's very controversial. But I agree entirely with what you say, Rob, especially in terms of certain organized faiths and religions. But they're needed. It's just that, and also if you read between the lines, if you read any of the holy books, whether it's the Bible or whether it's the Bhagavad Gita or even the Quran, if you read between the lines, there is always the esoteric teachings there.
Yes.
They're all there, and very much so in Christian teachings. You know, Jesus was famed for saying the kingdom is within.
Yeah.
But there aren't that many people that are out there that are teaching people to go within. This is the point. But I think people have really collectively reached a level now where they need to have these experiences themselves. They need to find God themselves. It's not enough to read a book or hear someone else speak about it. They need direction.
The funny part is God gave us all hints at the very beginning of the Bible. And God said, let us create man in our image, our likeness. Well, if we're created by God, then God is inside each and every one of us. You don't have to have a PhD in thinkology to understand the simplicity of it. I think that what has happened over the years, Cher, is that we have tried to complicate our understanding of religion because when you look at it, it's very simple. And for some reason, humanity believes if it's too simple, it can't be true.
It's not only that, Rob. I think that people are frightened, which is why people go to their pastor or, they go to synagogue or because they feel safe in a framework. And they feel that perhaps there are some people too, as all of us have been guilty of, and perhaps, are on a day-to-day basis for many of us, that we carry on living our lifestyles feeling that we don't want to make the sacrifices to live a spiritual existence, and that if perhaps we go to church on Sunday and confess, all is forgiven, and then we carry on as before. So there are many facets to it, I believe. But I think really the point is that now it's got to become experiential for every individual. People have to find their own path within them to God, and I think this is what the holy teachings have always been about.
Tell me, do you believe that there is good and there certainly is evil, demonic evil?
I can't deny that, Rob, because of some of the experiences I've had on the mystic path. I mean, from having the near-death experiences as a child, I realized I was destined to be a psychic. I had no choice. I couldn't stop the visions and hearing messages being told to me that would then come to pass. But I've also, in later years, had experiences, where literally I have been under psychic attack. So it's not a question of whether I believe, I know, yes. Definitely, without any shadow of a doubt.
How have you been under psychic attacks? Is it just mentally, or have you actually been attacked physically by unseen forces? Really?
Both. Yes. A very, very harrowing, the worst experience I think of my life, which is in the book in detail. I was literally dragged from my bed and swung around in the air by a demon.
My gosh. What did the demon look like, or did it manifest itself? Did it let you know who it was as a warning?
That's funny you should ask that. How extraordinary. In a sense, yes, because I had certain glimpses. I mean, I'd been able to see spirits as a child, but I'd never seen anything evil or demonic before. And when I started going through this process, which some reviewers of my book have described as similar to Christian mystics or a shaman, I don't know that I would class it that way myself, but yes, I had hints in a way because I had seen certain very dark shadows for a while. And then I had a specific, profound experience.
All right, let's talk about the experience when we come back from this news break, Cher. Great having you with us. Cher Chevalier is our special guest. Her website is www.spiritualadvisor.co.uk, and she's the author of The Hidden Secrets of a Modern Seer. Once again, her website is www.spiritualadvisor.co.uk. I'll be back on the other side of this commercial break after the news as the X Zone continues from our studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Don't go away.
This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
Hi everyone, Rob McConnell here, and I wanted to spend a moment on internet streaming. Everybody has heard about internet streaming, but not many know much about it. Did you know the internet streams just about everything?
Movies.
From new releases to old classics.
TV shows.
Almost every show, every episode, and much more. But the question has always been, how do you do it? Well now, thanks to the folks at 123 Ready TV, I have the answer for you. They have developed a simple program app, 123 Ready TV, that you install on your Windows PC, Android smartphone, or Android tablet that can have you streaming like a pro in less than 5 minutes. You truly won't believe how much is available or how easy it is to do until you try. And for a one-time cost of only $19.99, this product is a real winner. To learn more about 123 Ready TV, visit our website at www.xzbn.net.
And welcome back to the X-Zone. My name is Rob McConnell, coming to you from the studios of Relmar McConnell Media Company in beautiful Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Now, for our worldwide listeners who may be listening us for the first time, they'll say, where is Hamilton, Ontario, Canada? Well, Hamilton is in between the largest city in Canada, called Toronto, which is on the shores of Lake Ontario, and Niagara Falls, Ontario. We're on the shores of Lake Ontario, smack dab in what is known as the Great Lakes Triangle. Our worldwide toll-free number is 1-800-610-7035. My email address is xzone@xzoneradiotv.com. On MSN Messenger, xzoneradiotv@hotmail.com. And our website, www.xzoneradiotv.com. Cher Chevalier is our special guest, www.spiritualadvisor.co.uk. She's the author of a new book entitled The Hidden Secrets of a Modern Seer. Before we went to the commercial break, and I'm sorry I had to cut it off a little bit short, we can't move our breaks around, we were talking about demons and an encounter with a demon that you have, and you were telling us about a demon that actually pulled you up from your bed. Did you ever get to know the identity of this demon and why it was attacking you?
When you say get to know, not in terms of name, no, but I later came to believe that it was some form of a test on my path. And I think this happens to lots of seekers, especially mystic seekers. Anybody, if you like, that lifts the veil and opens themselves to the invisible realms in a very deep way, whether somebody does it by accident through taking drugs or whether it's through a near-death experience like mine. But lots of tests are thrown in your way on the path to divert you from going higher. But that particular experience, I guess that I triumphed, seeing as I'm still here,
yep.
you know. But literally during the encounter, it was able to stop me from speaking. I couldn't speak at all. But I triumphed over the encounter through a very, very intense prayer that I was saying repeatedly in my head. And eventually it dropped me from midair and I landed back on my bed. And it vanished.
Has the entity or the demon since then tried to attack you, or have you been demonic free?
It's interesting, and this may sound very strange, but no, I haven't been under attack in that way again. I had passed my test, if you like, my test of faith. But I have seen lower entities and demonic entities before around other people, actually. And occasionally in my work, I may have to assist someone that's dealing with something on that level. But no, I'm no longer under attack.
How would you assist someone who, let's say somebody contacts you for assistance and they say, Cher, things in my life are just going wrong. Something is wrong. I don't understand it. You do what you do, and you're able to understand that this person is under, if, I'll use the expression, psychic attack. How can you help that person?
Well, I'll give you an example. I have clients occasionally that come to me. I have one who springs to mind specifically, who's got a husband who has had periodic, if you like, not attacks necessarily, but some may even call it possession, which is quite frightening. But his wife, who is a client of mine, experiences him when he is under this influence, so to speak, and everything about him changes, his voice, everything. But it only happens on rare occasions. And on the rare occasions it's happened, he threatens to attack her, and she's scared for her life. You see, she's had to leave the house with her children.
Oh, heavens.
But one of my helpers gave me some very specific instructions on a particular prayer technique, and also a certain mixture of herbs, which I gave to her to burn in the house. And since she's done that, it hasn't happened.
Isn't that wonderful?
So she's safe, you see. Yeah.
When you're looking at somebody, do you see the auric field, or do you see how do you see people?
It depends. I can look at someone and maybe see colors. I can look at someone and see flashes of light around them. Or sometimes, and can be quite disturbing, I can look at someone and I can see if they've aborted a baby. I can see if they're about to have a baby. It could be anything, Rob, anything at all. Or I have had the odd experience where I've seen demons around a person, literally feeding off their energy field. It could be anything.
That must be very very unsettling for you. And how do you tell the people?
Extremely.
How do you tell the person that, excuse me, I know what their problem is, you've got demons around you?
I don't always tell them. If they come to me for help, then they're ready. But I don't always tell them, especially if I may be out somewhere having dinner or introduced to somebody socially. I don't tell them unless I'm given a prompt to, psychically, unless I'm told. That's happened before too, where I've literally, gone to somebody at a party and given them a very profound message, and it's changed their life, and they've become lifelong clients and friends of mine.
Have you ever been out somewhere and seen something that is going to be in a person's path, or you see something that is going to happen to them very catastrophic, and have you ever gone, hey, I've got to tell you this, you may not believe me, but...
Yes, I have. I'll give you a very, very quick example. It was a mechanic who was fixing my car, actually. And just as I'd taken my car to him and I was standing discussing prices or whatever with him, I literally, in a flash vision in my head, I saw a car, a black car, and I was shown that there was something very precious in the car. So I didn't know what it was, but something very precious to him. And I saw the car burst into flames. And I said to him, this is going to sound very crazy, because he didn't know what I did for a living or what had happened to me or anything like that. And I said to him, I've seen this very sleek black car, which I believe must be yours, and there's something very precious that you keep in there, and I've seen your car burst into flames. And I said to him that he must take whatever is precious out of the car and not drive it, you see. And he was very shaken up, and he said, yes, that's my car, I have a black car. And he said that his mother had died, and what she had left him, the trinket, he always kept in the car with him. The car was his pride and joy. And so I just left it at that. And then he called me a short while later, and he was very, very distressed. And some arsonist had set fire to his car, but he listened to the message I gave him. He took out his mother's trinket, and so he still has it.
Most of us have heard, Cher, the term of the dark night of the soul. For you, it seems there were times of emotional and mental trial involving these psychic attacks and fights. Now, what did you learn from your experiences, and how can you share your lessons with our listeners?
I think for me, I mean, I believe, Rob, that everybody's journey is unique. I think we're all here to travel towards to the divine, and that has to be taken by the inner path. But for me, the tests that I had were very dramatic, and I believe that they were certainly tests of faith, so that these things happening to me, I had to become strengthened to overcome so that I could assist others dealing with similar situations. And there are lots of people out there dealing with these things. I know there are lots of TV programs on about haunted things, and people get excited. That's all fine. But what worries me is that even on these programs, there is nothing there as a helpline to, or even a hint to help someone who's truly dealing with something like that. Not for entertainment purposes, but someone in real life that's dealing with that.
You know, I have a friend of mine, his name is Dr. David Gruder. He's a psychologist, and we did a show on children and the paranormal, how there's a couple of shows out there that feature children who make it more like a game. And you know what? I've always believed that they're playing with fire. They don't know what they're getting into. And like you said, there's no helpline for them. There's no way. No. Because the media it's got to be exciting, or else they're not going to air it.
This is true. I agree, Rob, wholeheartedly. I mean, there is the light side, if you like. I mean, I've had so many people come to me over the years that say that, they have a special spirit guide or guardian angel, but sometimes they tell them rude jokes and swear at them. And of course, it's not a spirit guide. It's a naughty entity that's feeding off their energy field. But then there's the serious side, where somebody may do a Ouija board, somebody may take psychedelic drugs, and they lift the veil. And if they happen to invite in lower entities, it's horrific. People can end up in asylums and things, It's very, very frightening for people.
Ouija boards, do you think they should be banned from being sold in regular stores?
You see, it's one of those things. It's swings and roundabouts, because even if they were, people can do this with pieces of paper at home. It doesn't have to be something you buy from a store. It's the point of experimenting. If people don't have a spiritual anchor, it's no safer than leaving your front door wide open at night. Anybody could walk in. It could be an angel, or it could be a lunatic,
demon,
a dangerous person.
You also talked about your mystical moments of oneness. Can you explain what this means, Cher?
Describing the ineffable is certainly a challenge, but I can only describe it, Rob, as literally being in the presence of God. That's the only way I can describe it, where it is so utterly blissful, the union, that I literally seem to feel my body dissolve until it's no more, and I'm just completely at one with the divine. And when this first happened to me, I thought that I was dying completely, but I felt a willing participant. It was indescribable bliss. And periodically these things happen to me in very deep states of meditation. Essentially, regardless of the work that I do and how it may be seen, I love God, and I'm very religious, even though I wouldn't class myself as part of any religion.
It's funny, because I've spoken to people who are very religious. They believe in the Holy Ghost. They believe in what I call the paranormal aspect of religion, and yet they don't believe outside of that box.
But it's frightening for people. I think it's frightening for everybody. It was frightening for me, but I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
It's not like I was seeking consciously. These things happened to me, and I had to find a way to live with them. But I am deeply religious. I love God, and it is my desire to live in divine will. But I do not subscribe to any particular religion at all. I just love God, and I pray every day.
You know what? That's my philosophy. God is within each and every one of us. I get up in the morning and I say a prayer. I go to bed every night and I say a prayer.
Rob, I do exactly the same thing. I do just that, exactly the same thing.
Tell me, what is your outlook on karma?
I do feel, because of the experiences that I've had, that and I've been shown glimpses of past lives of many people, including myself. Mm-hmm. I do believe that some of us we're all traveling here on Earth. None of us are here permanently, of course. We come and we go.
Yeah.
But regardless of what faith we may belong to as well, we're all in the same boat as we travel in the human stream. But I feel that with karma, I consider it personally a little bit like coming into the world with a debt that you didn't know that you had. And that debt has to be, if you like, balanced. And this is the troughs and the trials and the triumphs that we're all contending with on a daily basis, mentally, physically, and spiritually, and certainly in our relationships, whether it's a relationship with our family or with God.
Goes right back to the old saying, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, or as they say in karma, what goes around.
You've got it in one. Yeah,
exactly.
You see, the teachings they're put out so simply that people miss it.
Well, that's it. Because if it's too simple, it can't be right. But Exonation, life is simple. We complicate it. Cher, please stand by. You and I have to take our final break for this hour. Exonation, Cher Chevalier is our special guest. She is the author of a very exciting book. It's entitled The Hidden Secrets of a Modern Seer, www.spiritualadvisor.co.uk. Cher and I will be back on the other side of this break as we do our wrap-up for tonight here in the X Zone. My name is Rob McConnell. Don't go away.
This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
Hello, I'm Pete Marsh. With my daughter Justina, we will be presenting the new radio show, Too Good to Be True. If something seems too good to be true, it usually is. But with the help of Justina's amazing gifts, we're going to gain insight into questions that don't yet have complete answers. Have you wondered who built Stonehenge and for what reason? Why are crop circles found in the same region as Stonehenge and elsewhere? Are crop circles a hoax, or are they created with technologies that we have little knowledge of? Who built the pyramids in Egypt and also in other countries? How and why were they built? Was the Titanic switched with the Britannic as part of a gigantic insurance fraud, or for more insidious reasons? What caused the Tunguska event when trees were flattened over an 800 square mile area in Siberia? Will the new insights be too good to be true? Well, that will depend on what you are prepared to believe. Please join us as we start on this journey together. For more information on Too Good to Be True, visit www.xzbn.net.
Hi everyone, Rob McConnell here, and I wanted to spend a moment on internet streaming. Everybody has heard about internet streaming, but not many know much about it. Did you know the internet streams just about everything?
Movies.
From new releases to old classics.
TV shows.
Almost every show, every episode, and much more. But the question has always been, how do you do it? Well now, thanks to the folks at 123 Ready TV, I have the answer for you. They have developed a simple program app, 123 Ready TV, that you install on your Windows PC, Android smartphone, or Android tablet that can have you streaming like a pro in less than 5 minutes. You truly won't believe how much is available or how easy it is to do until you try. And for a one-time cost of only $19.99, cents. This product is a real winner. To learn more about 123 Ready TV, visit our website at www.xzbn.net.
And welcome back, everyone. I'd like to take this opportunity of thanking all our guests tonight. We've had such a wonderful night, touched a couple of hearts. I can feel it in my own heart. All you have to do, Exo Nation, is just make one person happy a day. Make a positive difference in one person's life each and every day. Can you imagine that with all the people on this planet? If we were all to do that, what a great place this would be. Let me put it to you another way. Do you know that warm, fuzzy feeling we all get at Christmas time? Everybody's got a smile in their voice, a spring in their step. You know, people open doors for each other. You put your hand in your pocket. You dig deep to help those who aren't as fortunate as we are. And then what happens? 26th of December, it's gone. Well, just imagine if we had that Christmas spirit 365 days of the year. What a great world this would be. You know what? It's within our reach. It's within our grasp. All we have to do is make the conscious effort. It's really simple. As I was saying with Cher, life is simple. We complicate it. And Cher, I want to thank you so much for joining us. I wish you continued success and success with your new book, The Hidden Secrets of a Modern Seer. Cher, where can people actually get a copy of your book?
It's available, Rob, online worldwide. And it's also in bookstores, Barnes & Noble, and various other stores throughout the English-speaking world.
Cher, what would you like to leave the Exo Nation with tonight?
I would like to thank you, firstly, Rob, for having me as a guest on the show. It's been a real pleasure.
It's my great pleasure.
And also, I would like to say that I do believe that God is deep within every single being's heart.
What's in the future for Cher?
I will continue with my work assisting people around the globe from all walks of life, helping them on their pathway to enlightenment, the evolutionary pathway to the divine. And I am compiling notes as we speak for my next book.
Cher, again, my many thanks to you for taking time out of your busy schedule and for joining us here on the X-Zone all the way from the United Kingdom. And I look forward to the very next time you and I meet back here discussing more about the wonderful work you do, the hearts that you touch, and the goodness that you bring to people that you meet.
Thank you so much, Rob. Thank you very much. And may God bless you. And
God bless you too, my friend. Exo Nation, Cher Chevalier has been my guest this hour. Her website is www.spiritualadvisor.co.uk. The name of her new book that's available worldwide in bookstores and online is... All right, do you have your pencils and paper ready? Come on, I'll give you a couple of seconds, then I got to go. The Hidden Secrets of a Modern Seer. Well, that's it for tonight. I want to thank everyone for joining us, no matter where you are on this great big world of ours. Thank you for allowing us to be part of your day, your night, whether you're at work, home, or play. Don't forget, if you've got a child at home, give them a hug, give them a kiss, tell them they are loved, because the children of today are the leaders of tomorrow. And always take care of each other. Until tomorrow night, my friends, always keep your eyes to the sky and your heart to the light. Good night now.